program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
If you've ever driven down Logan Way in Liberty and you've seen these giant mansions and thought, I'd like to check one of those out,
now is your chance.
let's go inside and begin Valley Spotlight.
Happy Sunday, everybody, and
Good morning.
welcome to Woodland Estate. We've got Danny, we've got Nate. Hi, Mike.
Hello. I'm down here holding my Moscato.
Cheers.
What do you guys have? What do we have today? You have the,
A sweet red blend.
and you have,
The spiced mead.
we had like a mead clinic earlier.
We did, which
a lot of fun.
We'll get into a couple of the details about how these guys make their wine. But this place, Michael, walking in, we've driven past this on Logan Way hundreds of times
Right.
in our lives. And to be able to walk in and now know you guys is such a treat. And we can't wait to invite everybody out there to come on over and try you guys out. So I have to start with the beginning of the story, how you guys came to be a part of this property and why it was like such a passion for this husband and wife team. We have to say that too, right? Nate, I'll start with you, okay?
Okay.
So why?
Well, so yeah, it
deep
started.
breath.
It actually started in 2019. We had one of our regulars and friends at the winery kind of led us onto this property. He's actually from Liberty, so he showed us the property or told us about the property. And at first, it was kind of, I don't know, that seems like a bit much. But we came here, we walked through with the kids, and we saw the property, and we just, immediately just fell for it. Fell in love with it, and we just had to at least give it a shot.
Did you fall in love or did Danny fall in love? Or it was like a love together?
Love at first sight for both of us.
It was all four of us,
Yeah, our kids,
and us.
How many rooms are in this house?
I don't
I don't know if we ever
know.
counted.
So many rooms,
30?
I lost count.
Yeah, you lose track,
Plenty.
honestly.
And then you had to redo a lot of it because it's an old house, right?
Oh yeah. So we started with kind of the main areas that guests would be seeing, and we broke it into phases. Keep it from getting worse, and then make it better. And now we're on to the kind of attention to detail parts. So we get to do the fun stuff now.
Yeah, and you helped design it, right?
Right. This
yes.
is a lot of your vision coming to reality. And one of the first events that you guys were able to have here, Danny, was near and dear for you, right?
Yes.
It was a hustle.
It was a hustle.
say the
It was-
least.
It was a lot. It was actually my sister's wedding. We built the ballroom. We actually raised the dormitories. I think it was August or September, and we had the wedding December 31st. So we were actually, I think it was
crunch time.
I think it was
Wow.
Tuesday. We were painting the entire ballroom, which is 6,400 square feet. So it's a lot of walls. We were
Tuesday, and the
cleaning-
wedding was on
yes.
Saturday.
So, yeah, it was.
You guys were like
It was a lot of teamwork.
blow drying the paint
Open the window.
yourself as you're painting.
It was intense, that's for sure.
So the property itself, Mike, when people walk in, it's kind of like you're like getting in on like a little secret, right, Mike? when
It
you
seems
walked in,
like
right?
it, yeah. And then you can kind of just bum around and do what you want to do when you get here, right?
Yeah, we show people around, we give the tours, and as far as the secret, this is kind of the first time in, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 years that it's been open regularly to the public.
Right.
It's been, one religious institution or another. So it's kind of the first time where we're, welcoming the public into this space. There's a lot of people that have seen it, but this is the first time where everybody can just pop on.
We've been chomping at the bit to
Right,
come in and
right.
see you guys. And of course-
Wednesdays and Thursdays right
Right,
now, but that's going to change, right?
July 6th. July 6th will be Wednesday through Saturday, and on Saturdays we're working with local businesses, restaurants, and food trucks to see who wants to come out and provide food for everybody that shows up.
Oh, we know a couple food trucks.
I would love to have
We know a
We've
food truck or
decorated.
two.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to show you around as we go this morning, but first we'll start with.
First, I'm going to say cheers. And
Yeah.
although these are not Steel Light glasses, the reason that we are able to be here is because of our friends at Steel Light. And I just recently came back from Chicago from the National Restaurant Association. And you might think it was just all Chicago people, but Youngstown was there and they were so proud.
Like right now, and you've seen, there's stuff everywhere. There's tow motors everywhere and just stuff everywhere. But tomorrow morning when you walk in and they lay the blue carpets down and everything is fresh and pristine and sparkly, that's when it comes to life.
It's basically a pop-up Steelite showroom showcasing every brand under the Steelite sun.
When we look to hire people and I say, one of the things you need to do is you're going to come to Chicago every year, and I say, look around at our showroom. Imagine moving all that product to a show for 4 days, setting it up, and then breaking it down. You can't imagine what it takes. And that's why the people that you have are so important, and our team is amazing. Our tabletop crew.
The space commands attention from people all over the world, including a special group from Youngstown, Ohio.
It's just an honor to be here in this space. It's incredible. I cannot believe the size of this space, how beautiful it is.
This past year, Steelite officially moved their corporate offices and global headquarters to downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The last time Youngstown received news of this magnitude was almost 70 years ago. 70 years. That tells you what this move means to a city like Youngstown.
We should be proud, we should be happy, especially when it's there in Youngstown, downtown. Unbelievable. We just had a new grand opening and we were there, and unbelievable. After we made a couple dishes, it was great. And we were super lucky having a Steelite in downtown Youngstown. Wow.
Youngstown is a special, beautiful small town that we have no idea how much is going on until you step out from your box. And just like today, we're here in Chicago, and Steelite is getting so much bigger and better in any different ways. So when you come and see it, I always get so excited.
Well, it feels like we are a big part of the community. And I think that, when we moved our showroom to Youngstown 8 years ago, and when we moved our global headquarters, first global headquarters to move to Youngstown, Ohio in 75 years. When we moved there, it was a testament to our belief in the town and the community.
In the midst of the magic of the National Restaurant Show in Chicago, Illinois.
When I come here, I'm full of joy. I love it. I love the actual smell. I love the people. I love the smell. I love the food. Everything I look at, I love it. It's making me excited. It's making me joy. And making me happy.
This group of Youngstown, Ohio restaurants finds themselves beaming with a bit of extra pride knowing that John Miles and the Steelite team consider Youngstown home base.
It's very difficult because they're our friends, yet they're this global company and they're just a few miles down the road. So we're very fortunate. We're extremely fortunate, and we're very proud that we're part of this whole family of wonderful businesses from this wonderful area that's so underrated, but yet so remarkable.
The recently renovated Youngstown offices might be hundreds of miles away from the heart of the NRA show, but for Johnny Corey from Giarusa and Acquapazzo, being here means the world to him.
The relationship with John and staff goes back probably 15 years. And so from that day on, from the time that we've hung out and we met each other, it's been a remarkable relationship. The staff, it all starts with John Miles, and it all trickles down from there. Great people, great company, it just works. And what can I say? I'm proud, and I can't even believe they're in our own backyard, which is even more extraordinary.
Ottavio Musumeci, owner of Station Square Ristorante in Liberty, Ohio, has been a Steelite friend and end user for decades.
Steelite is my highlighting in life. First of all, because everything I got in my restaurant, all the china, all the silverware, glassware, they are from Steelite. And especially the owner, John Miles, my great friend, good guy, he's the best. And the quality is superior. Everything is the best.
And Sadar Dede, owner of Cafe 422 in Boardman and in Warren, Ohio, brought his daughters to this year's show, hoping to pique their interest in the family business.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing how much, and my dad looks up to them so much and thinks so highly of them. He's always at restaurants turning over the plates or the glasses. His favorite thing is to look where they're from, and majority are from Steelite, so it's so cool to see that. We were in Florida for spring break, and that was the first thing he did. We flipped over the plate. We're like, what are you doing? And he's like, Steelite. Yeah. So it's always somewhere.
No matter what the future may hold, it appears to be crystal clear. Steelite has its base firmly planted in Youngstown.
It's so exciting to be in Chicago at the National Restaurant Show but really to be hosting all those local restaurants and hotels and customers that surround us in Youngstown, Ohio.
The music is hotter than ever this July at River Rock. July 13th, it's Fins to the Left, the ultimate Jimmy Buffett tribute, performing with members of the Coral Reefer Band. July 20th, we'll be rocking out with That Arena Rock Show and all your favorite 70s and 80s arena rock hits, plus the Huck and Philbillys. And on July 20th, it's the #1 tribute to the music of Queen, Queen Nation, plus No Funk, No Justice. Get your tickets now at the Sunrise Inn, Eastwood Mall, at the gate, or at riverrockattheamp.com.
All right, we are back on Valley Spotlight. It made me laugh. Can't help it. Woodland Estates here on Logan Way in Hubbard. Wednesdays and Thursdays are open now, but
Come
in
July.
beginning of July after the 4th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, it's
really
it's the
cool.
place to be. And the wine is delicious. We are really enjoying this.
Baseball season, to me, nachos kind of go with it.
Yes,
like if
they
I go
do.
to a game, I judge the ballpark by the nachos.
I judge it by hot dogs.
Totally understandable. But Mark and I kind of upped the nacho game.
Did you?
Yeah, in
Here we go.
Pesto's Test Kitchen. Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. We are in Pesto's Test Kitchen baseball theme show today.
I think it's baseball thing, but we're going to kick that baseball nachos up a little bit.
How did I know? So you can't go to a ball game. I can't go to a ball game, any ball game, without nachos. But we're going to make some fancy schmancy, awesome nachos.
I don't know if we're going to make we're just going to make nachos, and we're also going to make a classical Mexican dish that is more native to Mexico than nachos, and it's called chilaquiles.
Nachos came from what?
Northern Mexico. Well, first off, they came from the Maya, who cultivated the corn because in the Yucatan Peninsula, where they were really hung out a lot, and that's where they made their home, the soil base was only so thick. So they needed a crop that would be able to grow plants, and that crop happened to be corn.
Okay.
So they would take the corn, dry it in the fall, and then they would cook it back again and bring it back to life with water, and then they would grind it on lava bowls and things like that, and they would turn it into masa. And then sometimes they would add rendered pork fat and things like that, seasonings, and then they would roll it into a ball, press it into a tortilla, and then put it onto a metal or coals just to make it toasted.
And that's how we get the chips.
That's how we get the chips.
Right.
They also make flour tortillas, but I'm not like those as much for nachos as well as I do the corn tortillas.
And like a lot of dishes, it kind of came by accident, and here's what we have left type of thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, northern Mexico, they're native to northern Mexico around the late 1940s. And I from what I remember, what the lore is, just like everything where the martini was created, I believe it was a hotel owner that had a restaurant connected to it, and somebody came in very late at night, and all he had left was tortillas and cheese. So he made nachos, and that's how nachos kind of began. They're more Tex-Mex than they are Mexican because Northern Cal was right close to Texas.
Let's talk a little about the ingredients.
Sure.
This is a green, you and I both like the green salsa, the verde.
We like salsa verde.
Yeah, which is?
This one is a roasted tomatillo salsa verde. Tomatillo is a nightshade plant similar to a green tomato, but it comes wrapped in this very cool little flour leathery skin, and you take it out. Then we put it onto a flat, hot plate, and we char it on both sides, along with the poblano chilies, maybe a serrano chili, the onions, the garlic, and then that ends up being all pureed together with some just simple water, salt and pepper, and it turns into this amazing salsa verde.
I may have sampled that first. How about this one? It looks just like a regular salsa, but that's not really how it's called.
It is. So similar technique, except we're going to add very, very ripe tomatoes. We're going to char those as well, along with the chilies, along with the garlic, and everything like that. But then we're going to put it into what we call a molcajete.
Okay.
So this is
heavy duty
molcajete. This is in every Mexican kitchen in Mexico and a lot of kitchens throughout the United States, including mine. So, the Italians, we have my one up there in the corner, the mortar and pestle. So that one's made out of marble. This one's made out of lava rock. And what you do is you really just smash down, and it turns into this really beautiful, deep in flavor roasted salsa.
And if you're doing nachos, you can get some of this stuff at the store, but you made this and this.
So I made some pico de gallo. That is more like true Mexican salsa. That would be the condiment that they put on tacos and anything that they make. It's just simple, fresh tomatoes, onions, lime juice, salt, pepper, cilantro. And that's it.
And you did a pineapple salsa.
And I did a pineapple salsa, similar technique, but just pineapple.
Tell me the difference between these jalapenos and these jalapenos.
Well, this is what most people are familiar with. I mean, this is what you see at your grocer. the grocery store and you see it on the shelf. We have some Serrano chilies, we have some jalapenos, but this is the more classical. If we were at the baseball field and we got the plastic tray full of chips and the cheese sauce right out of the can, and then they put the pickled jalapeno. Now the pickled jalapeno, when you pickle a vegetable or a jalapeno, especially that or a habanero, and this is a Serrano chili, you can tell it's long and skinny, and they go considerable, they go like this in heat. This would be how they jump up in heat. Low, medium, and high.
Okay.
Okay? But if you take salt and vinegar, it takes the heat out of them.
Okay. 2 more questions. What's cooking on the stove behind you?
We have a simple green chili and tomatillo sauce, because that's going to be the base to go over the chilaquiles. Like you said, you had it in Cabo, and you said they served it for breakfast, and you're like, what the heck is that?
Right. And that's what they do there, right?
Yeah. So, well, that's what they're born to do.
Okay.
You know, that's what they were brought up with from their abuelitas.
And then below me, can I get this out even though it's a little bit sloppy?
It's sloppy. Let's just wait for the reveal.
Do you want to tell what it is?
Well, we just have a simple, your favorite. Mike and I are alumni of an old company called Chi-Chi's.
We are. I was a server.
And I was a line cook, and I cooked a lot of tortillas every day.
Yeah, and you were also responsible for some chili con queso sometimes?
Some chili con queso, and that is your, I think, absolute favorite thing.
You could put it on an old glove, and I honestly would eat it.
If you were a warrior, you would like to be put onto a raft, floated down, covered in chili con queso, and set afire.
That's what I would like. That's how I want to go, if I ever can go. All right, so we're going to assemble some nachos. We'll talk about chili con queso. We'll talk about salsa verde.
And we have some nacho beans in there, too.
We didn't even get to this kind of cheese.
That is cotija, and we'll talk about that later.
We're going to build some awesome nachos when we come back. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, back to the ball field. Nachos.
Nachos and wine.
Right.
Sign me
Salad.
up.
I have a confession to make.
I love these moments on television.
I've never been to a flea market.
What?
I've never been. You know what? Why isn't it be called flea market? It sounds hot and buggy.
Well, this one is not hot.
No, none of them are. They're all fantastic. I just had never been.
You've never been to the one. Well, you should go to the Warren one. Lots of interesting things and lots of wonderful people. It is a truly trouble trip idea. Even if you're not from around here, this is this is the moment.
Okay.
You should go. And you're not from around here, so this is the time for you to go. And here's why.
Let's see what Beth has to say.
Hi, this is Beth Cotlis Carmichael with Trumbull County Tourism, and this is Truly Trumbull Trip Ideas for your visiting friends and family.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Poole, and I'm the manager here at the Warren Flea and Farmers Market.
The Warren Flea and Farmers Market is the place to be every Tuesday and Saturday in Warren, Ohio.
I think it's so important that our flea market is here for people, some that those can't make it to the stores, cannot make it to the mall. I mean, you know, like if you need shopping, how the saying goes, one man's junk is another man's treasure. There's a lot of things that are here in our flea market that is available for our community. You know, we have gardening things, we have perfume items, we have household items, we have just about anything. And it not only that, it gives you a chance to just walk around somewhere small where you don't have to walk a long distance to try to find what you're looking for. There's a lot of activities to go on here. The market has been around for over 40 years, and now things are updated.
Bobby Butler has been a vendor at the Warren Flea and Farmers Market for longer than she can remember.
You know what? I keep on coming here because of my customers. I love my customers, and my customers love me.
Her specialties are perfume oils that last, to say the least.
Actually, now these are roll-ons. You do have a roll-on. Right here. Roll-on. You got a roll-on. This is how they apply it, with this roll-on. And they will last, I'm telling you, they will last forever on you. I'm telling you. Mine are so potent that it'll even be in your clothes. And it'll stay on, I'm telling you. This is how bad they are. When I say bad, I mean awesome. You know what I mean?
This place has been a cornerstone to the downtown Warren community for over 40 years. Joe Johnson has made serving up burgers and snacks a career.
Why is it important to me? Because I've been here for, like I said, I've been here for 40 years, and I have done good for myself here. And the customers are really good to me.
It serves as a place to find special treasures as well as life staples.
We have a lot of different items here where they can get nice bargains and
pretty much find any and everything you want here at the Warren Flea Market.
The market is the perfect place to showcase Arcella's love of baking.
I love baking, and it's like therapy for me, you know, and it's really relaxing. I just love to bake.
Do you have a lot of repeat customers here?
I do.
Why did they keep coming back?
Because everything is so good. I'm the one and only cake lady, the cake lady.
And you never know who you might run into.
This was the first place he brought me. I said, show me your city. And this was one of the first places he brought me, is to the Warren Flea Market.
Oh, the people like my food, you know. The regular customer coming. Yeah, everybody call me Mrs. Kim. We got almost over 30 years. Yeah, I like it here. It's a Warren Flea Market. I like it here, business good, you know.
New friends are around every corner.
Well, I make sock puppets here, and I sell sock puppets here. And my buddy here,
me,
he helps me out. So we do it to entertain the children. And it's something that I came up with my grandson watching YouTube. And I got the idea, I didn't give up, and here I am.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Hi, Warren Flea Market. We're gonna have puppet shows going on pretty soon.
And I'm gonna be a part of it too.
It brings us all together. It gives somebody to do. We run different events throughout the year. Now, since I've gotten to the 3D printing, it's definitely probably the dragons. My 3D printed dragons. It's just a good way to get out and support your local community, your small business owners trying to get by and do what they need to do.
You always have to have something new for a person's eyes to see. Oh, you always, I don't care if it's one, you need some help with something? I don't care if it's one item, you always have to have something new.
Well, we're right downtown, right past the square, the courthouse. You just come to the light on Main, turn left, right over the railroad tracks, and we're right here at 428 Main Avenue.
You never know what you're gonna find at the Warren Flea Market.
Always gotta have something new.
That was fun. That was really great.
So many different personalities, so many different things.
It's very diverse, isn't it?
You never know what you're going to find there. We love a good flea market. I love flea markets. I wake up early to go to flea markets, especially that one.
You're obviously not the only one.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
All right, we'll take a break, and then we're going to the farm.
Yes, we are. Okay. It's produce time, folks. Produce time.
Hills is the low-cost living anti-inflation department store.
Shop Hills in the Liberty, Lincoln Knolls, and Boardman Plaza's Youngstown, and the Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and the Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Youngstown, the agent I trust is Kelly Warren. Kelly can give you a guarantee to sell your home, instant offer, and the best marketing strategies in the Mahoning Valley. Get the option that's right for you. Go to kellysolder.com.
Back here on Valley Spotlight at Woodland Estate, which is kind of the home base now for Woodland Cellars.
Yes, and we're enjoying their wines.
They have like 25 different kinds.
And you have a sweet red, which is
it's really fun,
delicious,
really summery.
I have Nate's favorite, which is a drier red, and also really good. And we've had a lot of different wines over the years. These are honestly top notch.
That's pretty good, and they make them right across the way in the carriage house.
He's a science teacher,
so it's got to be
chemistry
good.
teacher.
Got to be.
Now
good.
he's making wine.
Right. Okay, you want to go to the farm?
I do.
I love fresh produce.
And Carla and Julie has so much of it right now. Well, this is for you, Michael. Well, if planting season was good, then that means this season's
gonna be better.
Right?
Right? The produce season is gonna be better.
It is upon us. And
we are here.
I think all of the years that you've been on this program, I don't think I've ever been back into this specific greenhouse. Michael, you might have been out here.
Yes.
This is my first time.
Yeah.
And it is inspiring. It's like really locally grown.
Yeah, I mean, we are picking tomatoes out of the the ground.
Yeah, this is still the ground.
You know, end of June, July, 1st of July. We're picking homegrown tomatoes, and these were planted about the 25th of March.
Okay, so this is a couple of months worth
Yeah,
of work
it's
for you guys.
a few months worth of work, but now they're starting to fruit.
That's
Fruits of our labor.
See, look at those.
And then, you know, cucumbers are growing behind us. I mean, look at that. Whoever thought that would be.
Is this ready or
Yeah,
are you
just
placing it?
no, it's ready to go. Go ahead and
It's a little
pull it.
prickly.
Yep, yep.
Wanna get it?
Go ahead. There, you got it.
I
There
got
you go.
There you go.
So, and we're, you know, sweet corn's coming in, watermelons. It's grilling season. We've got a lot of great stuff in the market now with onions, fresh onions coming, garlic's coming in, beets. I mean, all kinds of great things. We've had pretty good weather, so things are pushing pretty good, growing really nice. So, and we're harvesting.
This is the time then, the place that you want to be able to visit, no matter where you live in our area, because they have like their little pop-up
Yep,
locations
satellite locations are open.
all over the valley, and this is the kind of stuff that you're going to get. And I
Yes.
think that makes such a difference when you're having a picnic or you're asked to bring that side dish. Why not give it like that extra, like,
Yes. Right. A little more flavor, you know,
Yeah.
forget about the grocery store
yes,
vegetables this time of year.
exactly.
Just get out, support your local farm market.
You know, Eat Local is incredibly important to us on
Yeah.
the show, and that doesn't just mean restaurants. That means your local farms and gardens, just like
Yep.
Julie's. So come on out here to Canfield or visit them throughout the valley. You guys are going to be like so busy.
Yeah, it's
You
our,
work
it's our
morning,
time.
noon, and night, right?
It's that time.
But you are open
Let's do
on
it.
Sundays,
Every day, 7 days. Hours vary, but we're here.
7 days a week. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this with us. I love it.
Well, that's a salad. That's a salad right there, right?
I mean, have you ever pulled a cucumber from like a vine that's like hanging like?
Yes, I actually used to grow them
Oh,
when I lived at a different house.
okay.
Yeah, but it's
I
cool.
understand. It's so neat.
Yeah.
And they're so good. Their whole team out there, they work 24/7. So please go out there and pay them a visit. They open today. So
Okay, summertime means selling houses.
it certainly does. And the most important part, I think, of what Kelly Warren has to say is that if you do it now, you're going to have it all completed by fall. And here is the 411 from Kelly Warren.
Okay.
Well, it's 70 degrees outside and about to rain, but it is summer, Kelly.
It is summer in Ohio. So we have both.
I promise. Kelly Warren from Kelly Warren and Associates. We are sitting in the Howland location. Yes. Very nice, by the way. Very, very pretty. Summer is the season. This is the now. This is the moment. If you've been waiting to think about listing your house, this is it. Tell me why, Kel. I know we kind of do this every year, but every year people are faced with a different chapter in their lives. So
this time of year is just better for showing and viewing houses, easier for people to get around. The days are longer, it's light out longer. So if you work all day, if you want to go look at houses in the evening, they show better, you can see them. You know, you do this in the winter and it's dark outside after work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's one reason. It's just the time of year. The spring, summer season is when sellers are typically ready and buyers are fully out there. And this is when we do a good bulk of our Ohio real estate business.
So when you're looking at the calendar ahead and you say, okay, I'm going to list my house, my goal is to sell and then to be in a new house by the beginning of the school year. Is that possible to list and then sell and then be established by the time that the kids go back? Because for a lot of families, that's what dictates, you know, everything in our whole lives.
Right. Yeah. It's very easy to do right now. We're having pretty short days on the market. So once it goes active to once it goes pending is a relatively short period of time. Varies obviously by house and condition and price point, but lower than years past. And then you have that 30 to 45 day pending window and then you're closed. So we can easily have somebody right now on the market, under contract, closed and moving before back to school and certainly before fall and winter and
all the mess that is Northeast Ohio during the later half of the year. I know I didn't preface this conversation with you that I was going to ask you this, but when it comes to interest rates, people are still talking about it. You see the Instagram reels, you see the TikTok videos about should I buy now? Are prices going to come down? Are interest rates going to be friendlier? And you know, it's like it's kind of been the same, and people say it's going to change, but it doesn't.
So really, we don't have the crystal ball. We don't know. What a lot of our lenders are doing right now is they have some guaranteed programs in places that local lenders right now, that if your rate goes down significantly in the next year, they'll refinance you for free.
Really?
So we don't know, maybe they go down, maybe they don't. And either way, if they don't go down, if they stay the same, if they go higher, you'll be happy that you bought now. And if they do go down, a lot of places are giving you that guaranteed refinance.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's an interesting thing, because usually when you lock in that interest rate, it's only good for how long?
Well, the lock-in before you buy is like a 30-day lock-in.
Right, it's
and
not
then
that
you're
long.
Closed, and typically to refinance right after you close is going to cost you some money. Is it worth it? But with these guaranteed locks, they are.
Ooh, I like all of that. Any other advice that you'd like to leave people with as we, hope and pray that we're going to need our sunglasses here soon? I'm ready for it, because I feel like it changes at any moment. So I got to be ready. I got a t-shirt on underneath this.
Okay.
I got sandals on, and I got gym shoes in the car.
We are
I feel like I am ready. So any other advice other than just being ready?
As you plant your flowers and paint your trim and you're now ready for a sign in the yard, give us a call. We're ready to come give you that free market analysis and get your house listed.
I think some Kelly Warren and Associates sunglasses need to happen.
That's a great idea.
Is it? I'm sorry. More stuff for Kelly to do. Always good to see you. Give them the phone number to call and text, and kellysoldit.com is always a great place to look.
Yep. 330-717-2689.
Oh, Kelly, you're such a pro. Okay. See you next time.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
Back here on Valley Spotlight and Woodland Estate. Check them out. Facebook, go to their Woodland Sellers page. I'm sure they'll have information on
And if you've driven down Logan Way before, from Youngstown into Liberty, you cannot miss it. You know what building we're talking about, and
It's where the nuns lived.
to be able to walk in and have a glass of wine.
Right. I know.
This is a big deal.
Something about melted cheese that gets me happy.
No kidding.
I don't know what it is.
Mark has this way with you. You guys have this symbiotic relationship as long
do.
as it revolves around queso.
It's true. You'll see. Welcome back to Valley Spotlight in the Pesto Test Kitchen. And oh man, I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited right now.
If I gave you a gallon of that for your birthday.
Absolutely perfect. You don't have to see what size
the sword I gave you.
No, well, I know. It's pretty close. So we're making our own nachos because our theme today is baseball.
Yeah.
And you and I, if you didn't see the first part of the show, used to work at Chi-Chi's.
We did.
Gosh, what, 20, 25, 30 years ago?
1983 I started.
Yeah, mine was 90, 91.
Oh, you're a young guy.
Yeah, I was just a pup back then. But they had the best, in my opinion, the best chili con queso.
They really did. They did a
it.
great job with their chili con queso. Simple recipe based off of that famous cheese that's in a brick that's soft that Grandma used to have all the time in the cupboard. So
some peppers in there, and it's got the heavy cream and stuff. So we're going to build our nachos this way, but we're doing it 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell us about yours.
I'm going to do the chilaquiles, which is more of a traditional Mexican dish, served for breakfast a lot. So I'm going to take that beautiful green chili and tomatillo salsa. And like I said, this is a warm dish, and it's going to help to soften those tortillas. And a lot of times, look at how good that looks, doesn't it?
Does look good.
A lot of times, they take over last night's borracho beans or refried beans or whatever they had. So I'm going to put a little bit of refried beans on there. Oh my God, look at that, Michael.
That's legit.
That is legit.
Too bad they don't have that at the ballpark.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And then I'm going to take some pico de gallo, of course, some pico.
Yeah.
Some pico de gallo. Then I'm going to take some cilantro and some chives. And you know me, I like spice. I'm going to go with a little bit of serrano chili.
Now the fresh ones are hotter than
They're
the pickled
quite
ones?
hotter. And you never know. It's like a box of chocolates.
Oh, really?
You don't know what you're going to get until you taste it.
Is the pepper the hot part or the seeds?
It's the seeds.
It is the seeds.
It is the seeds. Okay. And I'm going to sneak behind you.
All right.
And I'm just going to take some of that beautiful cotija cheese, which the cotija is a lot like feta. It's got the salt, not quite as salty, But look at that. Is that not amazing?
That looks amazing.
Now, what are you going to do?
I'm going with chili con queso.
You're going classic.
Yeah, I'm going classic. And I'm done. No, I'm just kidding.
Nope, at Chi-Chi's, you would be done.
No, I would, and I would be happy, and I'd pay the $1.99, and I'd walk out with a very full belly. I'll work on that a little bit more later, but I also like the black beans. I'm not much for refried beans.
No, you like the black beans,
but I like the black beans much better.
Now, do you like a pickled jalapeno, or do you like the traditional?
I would take a couple of these, not a ton. I'm not a lot of that.
Okay.
I do like a little crunch with it.
Okay, so you're gonna put a little bit of this. So
this
in
cabbage?
Mexico, they really don't use lettuce. They use shredded cabbage. Has a lot more crunch, a lot more depth of flavor. So I like that. Now, you're going with a little pineapple.
I know this doesn't really go with it, but I really like it.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna do it. And if you're making nachos, there's no real wrong answer.
There is no wrong answer.
And I do like this
pico de gallo
also. And I've had the salsas like during the break and stuff. I had some of the salsas and they're both really
So what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna take and make like a Frankenstein nacho.
Right here?
I love it.
All right,
I
can
love
I
it.
eat while you
so
do
we'll
it?
call it a friend of mine that I used to work for a trash can nacho. So we're just gonna take, and I put these crispy fried pork rinds on the nachos, which I think is just
Do
real.
they do that in Mexico, or you just gonna make
Yes,
that?
well, they do chicharrones a different way. You can put them in tacos, you can do whatever way you want to. So we're gonna put this over the top, all that beautiful queso, and that's gonna just warm that up a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the salsa rojo.
Oh, yeah.
You hear the cracklings? They're actually cracking because of
I
the
do.
heat.
The pork rinds are
Yeah, they're crackling.
I cracked with
Okay, just like that. A little bit of this, and it's already got the cheese. I think that's good. Mike, you want to try mine?
Yeah, I do.
You cracked me a beer?
I did. But I do want to try this because it looks so good.
Thank you.
This is salsa verde. Is that what it's called?
Chili verde.
Chili verde. Oh, so good.
Is that ridiculous?
Yeah, try that.
Well,
It does have a kick.
it does.
Better hurry up with my beer.
This is not your average ballpark.
No, but
It really isn't.
But
It's
that's
just a
okay.
level up. Go ahead, spray the kitchen.
no. Wait.
My friend?
If we were Baker Mayfield, we'd shotgun this at the baseball.
Now, you can make this at home for the cost of one beer at your favorite ballpark.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. All this stuff is very inexpensive and it's a lot of fun. Well, thank you, Pesto.
Thank you, Michael.
And
Our old days, our beginnings.
take this.
You're out.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Well, we'll put that in a container for you. You can take that home.
Perfect. Back to the ballpark.
What was that, Michael?
I loved it.
Clearly, if
This
you
is the best beef cheese
ever.
kind of like that. Yeah. Oh well. Anyways,
Oh, Mark, thank you for making us laugh. And Michael, thank you for loving cheese as much as you do.
that's what I do. Okay, Dr. Nafa, if you don't know him, gastroenterologist, one of those guys. But he has a fundraiser at the end of the summer every year.
Yeah.
And he's
Under the
known
stars.
for his art. Like he has art in the house. He has art on display. He's got sculptures and statues and pianos. And it's just the nicest man in the whole
He
world.
is the sweetest guy, and we've been there many times over the years. We've had so much fun. And this moment, I'm a little bit jealous that you got to do this with me.
Yeah, so he's going to unveil something so giant that we had to do a story on it.
Okay.
Here we go.
This island has always existed, and it was nice. It looked very nice, but I thought it would be nice to erect a sculpture on it.
But not just any sculpture. Dr. Farid Nafa had a grand vision.
And that sculpture had to be of certain dimensions so that it would be visible from every part of the property.
It had to be big, really big.
It would look really puny if it was small and you couldn't see it from the reception area or from the other various areas. So I wanted it to be big. I wanted it 25 feet tall, and then the pedestal 4.3 feet tall, because I decided that those measurements were pleasing to the eye. So all in all, it's 29.3 feet.
Next came the design, and Doc did that part himself with the help of his staff, who actually volunteered to pose for his renderings.
And so I came up with the notion and with the design. I wanted the sculpture to be to represent the goddess of kindness, and so I designed it in the Hellenistic way. It sort of looks like a Greek goddess, so to speak.
If you're wondering, there is no Greek goddess of kindness, so Dr. Nafa made his own for a specific reason.
And I wanted the sculpture to have a message, to convey a message, and that message was kindness. And it came especially during a time of strife in our country and the world, and I wanted the message to be kindness.
Now another hurdle. Who was going to do this monstrosity, which won't be unveiled until August, but needed to be created and put in place? It started with photographs, then a clay model, and eventually they settled on a company from Italy to do the rest.
They were excited, they were eager to take on the challenge, and that's how we started. So they came out and they took a 3D scan. That took a while. These are elaborate scans of the clay master, and they took that back to Italy. It's made of white Carrara marble. Pure white Carrara, solid white Carrara marble, and it weighs nearly 80 tons.
The statue was actually carved robotically, and a project this large had never been done robotically before. It took years, but eventually they finished and shipped it halfway across the world to the United States.
Once they got done, they shipped it on a boat, which docked in the port of New York, and then we picked it up from New York and brought it to my property. And then it was another project to install it, to erect it. So that was quite something, but finally we got done.
Done and ready to unveil in the next couple of months, which will be a spectacle almost as big as the statue itself.
The unveiling will take place very slowly, and we will unveil the sculpture from the bottom up over a period of 25 to 30 minutes, during which we will have a 50-piece orchestra play Rachmaninoff's Variations on a theme by Paganini. When people hear the piece, they will recognize it. It's a beautiful, majestic piece, and quite fitting for the unveiling of this sculpture. I always look at people's reactions, very important to me, and I think they're going to be amazed by what they see.
This epic journey is finally almost at its conclusion.
It's been 6.5 years since I started working on this, and it's been my main area of preoccupation. On a daily basis, I followed this. I followed every step of it. You know, a friend of mine once said to me, you know, most people in life have two poles, you know, reason and passion. And he said to me, you, Fareed, it's not like that. You have passion and obsession. And so I think he may have been right.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight.
Hey, Mike, this has been so much
I
fun.
know.
I feel like we keep cheersing.
Should probably eat something
Probably.
along the way, but you know, whatever.
I'm Lauren, he's Mike. At least we know that much.
The Grand Resorts Med Spa has a new dermatologist.
What a lovely lady.
Yeah.
What a lovely, lovely, smart, beautiful lady this
She's worked all around the United States, come to us from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
She's board certified, which is, I guess, is the highest thing you can be.
Mhm.
And I pulled her aside to talk a little about sunscreens, how to apply them, and make sure you don't get burnt.
I have it with me all the time.
There you go.
All the time.
Inside the Grand Resorts Med Spa at the new Dermatology Center with Dr. Dulé. So fun that you're with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me today.
We are open, and we'll tell you about that in just a little bit. But first, I wanted to talk about something that all the moms and dads and people out there should know about are sunscreens,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because we all want to make sure we don't get burnt during the summertime.
Right.
And we've had a lot of really sunny days.
We have.
For
we
once.
have.
It's been nice. But so let's just go through this. I guess this is probably the most common.
Yeah.
It's the easiest, especially if you have kids. You just spray it on and you're done, or do we? So tell me the pros and cons of getting one of these.
Yes, these are very common. Obviously, they're, they're big, they're convenient, they're easy to use. So this is a spray sunscreen. So essentially, you shake the can and you aim, and then, a liquid gets sprayed out. So what people should know about this is that, yes, it's user-friendly and convenient, but it does matter your technique. That's important. So if you can, we actually prefer that you spray it on your hands first and rub it in. Now, if you feel like you can't do that, then you do want to make sure that you just get multiple layers on any area, because what you don't want to do is just do a quick spray and then you've neglected like 80% of that extremity.
So once you're really, really shiny.
You're really shiny. You need to get the area really shiny, and then preferably rub it in, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't just evaporate or, you know, leave you streaky. So saturate, shiny, rub in. But if you can do the other way where you kind of put it on your hands first and then rub it in, that works better, possibly.
Okay. And then I asked you about this before. Usually I just close my eyes, spray my face and around my neck, and Dr. Dulé says it's not really the way you want to go.
It's not ideal. I mean, for an adult, you could probably control whether you're breathing in or you're not at that time. For a kid, maybe not. So generally, you don't want to be inhaling this substance. So it's better not to spray directly on the face. So if you are trying to put the product on the face, maybe best to put it on your hands first and then rub it in. But also just, you know, try to take caution and not really inhale directly into that.
This is a 30. It says 30 on the front.
Yes.
Some are 50, some are 70. Tell me what that means and what level I really should
Yeah. So SPF stands for sun protection factor. So we generally advocate for 30 or higher. So if you're starting off with an SPF 30, you're blocking about 97% of the UV rays.
Pretty good.
It's very good. As you go higher, you get a little bit more. Using an SPF 50 is going to make up for improper application of SPF to a degree. So it doesn't mean that you can put it on once and forget about it. You still need to reapply about every 2 hours or more if you're sweating or you're in the water, but it can help make up for poor application technique. So that's the advantage of using a 50 or a 70 as opposed to a 30. But if you're committed to reapplying it or applying it well and then reapplying it every 2 hours as you should, you can get away with a 30 and really protect your skin. So SPF 30 is really the minimum. You don't want to go less than that. And then I'll say one more thing. You want to look for broad spectrum UVA, UVB coverage. So that means you're getting the ultraviolet A rays and the ultraviolet B rays, which are the things that cause all the problems.
You have some other products here from well-known brands. Why don't you pick up a couple, pick out a couple that you like?
Absolutely. So I really like this one. This is by CeraVe, very common household brand at this point. It's SPF 30, again, broad spectrum, and it doesn't leave a white cast. So people are very concerned about that white streaky look, you know, after you put on sunscreen. This does not do that at all, and it feels like a light moisturizer. So I think that's another pro that comes along with it. I will shout out these two next, actually, because they are mineral based. This one's by Eucerin, this one's by Neutrogena, other very common brands that I think most people know of at this point. But they're tinted, so that's not going to leave a white residue or white cast. That's tinted like a peachy brown color, so it's cosmetically elegant, as we say. So I think people would like that. And you know, the other ones, like this one's by Neutrogena, it's a wax stick. So I think that's important to mention because it can be really convenient to reapply. And it doesn't wash off or rub off that easily. So people like wax sticks for that purpose. And then this other one is by Burt's Bees. It's got aloe in it, so it's a little bit calming. So I think, let's say you have a sunburn or something, putting this on might be nice, and that might be what you reach for if you're burned a little bit, because the aloe is soothing.
More about sunburns in a second, but I'm sure you've heard people say, I get burnt once and then I'm good. True, not true?
Not true.
Can they keep burning?
Yes. I mean, sun exposure and UV damage is cumulative. So there's no safe way to tan, there's no safe way to burn. Every time you're exposed to the UV rays, your skin is getting actively damaged. It's, you know, you're causing skin cancer potentially, and early skin aging. So we don't like that. So sunscreen and sun protective clothing and stuff like that is always a must.
Just a wealth of information.
So much good information.
And if you try to get into a dermatologist, good luck. It's going to be 6 months.
Right, and I have like this spot.
You should call them up because they are taking appointments right now.
I'm going to call her right now.
There you go.
Don't mind my mosquito bites.
See?
Either.
She might be able to help with that.
Ugh.
Some sort of salve.
Right? All right. From one great doctor to another great doctor. Active Living with Dr. Chris. This time we're defining some of those things that you hear people say, but we're not really sure what they are, like sciatica and like disc disease, those kinds of things. So here are all the details that you need to know. Well, Active Living with Dr. Chris. Hi, Dr. Chris.
Hey, how are you, Lauren?
I'm a little warm. It's a little hot out there. So I'd rather just be active inside today. Is that okay?
That's fine. I got no problem with that.
Very, very warm these days. And it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
People are really enjoying our time spent with you, and I wanted to take a moment and sort of bring some attention to some of the names of things that people are feeling and that get tossed around so much out there, and that we really maybe don't understand what the definition is or why it's happening in the first place. And you're going to take us through some of that today, right?
I will.
All right, we're going to start with number one. I have my notes here so I don't mess it up. We're going to start with the sciatica. And I feel like people will say, oh, my low back hurts, it's my sciatica. What do they mean when they're saying this? And what do you understand that to be?
So when people say sciatica, it could be a number of conditions going on. They mean numbness, tingling, burning, shooting down the leg, into the buttocks, into the ankle, into the foot. So basically what's going on is there is pressure being put on these nerves that come from your low back by a disc, arthritis, degenerative disc, or a disc bulge. So as you can see right here, if I put pressure on that nerve, it puts pressure on that nerve. In turn, some people get numbness, tingling, burning, shooting, stabbing, all of the above. So that's kind of a basic form of what we talk about with sciatica.
Okay, so that's that one spot when it's pushing down and it pushes the nerve out. All right,
Correct.
Arthritis.
Okay.
My mother-in-law, she has it very much so in her hands. People say, oh, my arthritis in my knees or my joints. Is it joint specific?
Yeah, I mean, you can have arthritis anywhere in your body.
Really?
Knees, hands, wrists, back. Arthritis is just basically a buildup of calcium deposits over time. You know, your body isn't moving the way it needs to. Repetitive movements, we beat ourselves up, and that causes a deposit of the calcium deposits in that area. It's kind of a protective mechanism to prevent for further damage, but it becomes inflammatory, and that's when you get into problems.
Okay, degenerative disc disease. When you say the word disease, that makes me think, well, I caught it from something, or I could go get a vaccine for it against it, and that's not necessarily the case.
No, so we talked about the disc, and it has a blood supply. It doesn't have a blood supply, excuse me. So when it doesn't have a blood supply, what happens is these things start to degenerate. And as they degenerate, the water content and everything starts to leak out. So the degenerative disc, you can see how it starts to rot out. So the best way that I can show this to you, and the best example is, it's like a dry sponge, okay? When the dry sponge is all dry, it shrinks.
Okay.
Okay, and it becomes really, really thin, okay? So that's a degenerative disc.
All right, so then that's like our disc that is...
This is a degenerative disc. You see how nice and thin it is?
Yep.
Okay, that's degenerative. There's no water content in there. There's no nutrients in it. Okay, so it starts to degenerate. And
I'm guessing you need this.
yeah, so one of the things that the spinal decompression machine does, it pumps oxygen, nutrients, and blood flow into that area, and it's like putting water into you see that? Right on the sponge. And then you put water in the sponge, what happens? It actually starts to grow back a little bit.
So like one drop is the equivalent of like one treatment?
Well, one drop is the equivalent of a couple pump actions of the machine.
Okay.
So what happens is with this non-surgical spinal decompression machine, it opens up that space and it creates a pump action. And that pump action is driving blood, oxygen, and nutrients into that area.
Thank you always. Next time we're going to take a look at a book that you wrote, okay?
Yes.
All right? All right.
Sounds good.
Give people some information on how to get a hold of you guys. There's a couple different websites. The best place, though, is?
To call 330-609-5533. That'll get you to both our locations, Austintown and Warren.
Dr. Chris, thank you and happy summer.
You too.
My first time wearing shorts on television in probably 10 years. That'll tell you how hot it is. Thank you, Dr. Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Chris. More to come with Dr. Chris and more success stories, which we love to hear. Speaking of success stories, that is why we are out here at Woodland Estate in Youngstown, technically Liberty.
Right.
Right, with Nate and Danny. And you guys have so much to be proud of here. We have enjoyed not just the wine, but the environment. Like, it's gorgeous.
When you work your way through the back, you'll see the giant ballroom that holds how many people?
400.
Italians? 400.
Cookie table,
Still
Nate?
Yeah.
How many tables can you set up for a cookie table?
Plural. Many.
It really, good.
All the tables.
It really is beautiful. And they have tell them about the path that goes around the back.
Oh yeah, we have there's a 1/4 mile and a 1/3 mile walking trail. They're paved through the woods.
Really?
They're amazing. Yeah, Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Paved.
Paved.
You need
Did
some
hear that,
to-go
Fred?
cups.
Paved.
To take some to-go cups with them. There you go.
Really wonderful, like a wonderful environment, and special to be able to be here with you guys, because this is really the beginning. July 6th, like is when it's going to be go time for you guys in a much bigger way. You guys can still come out here on Wednesdays and Thursdays if you'd like to come and partake, but
That's
July
a Saturday.
6th. Yep.
And you have food and food trucks and fun and all sorts of excitement?
Yes. Every Saturday we'll have dinners available.
I love it.
But Wednesday through Friday, you're able to kind of bring your own picnic. We'll be all set up, ready with the wine and some snacks, but you can bring anything else you'd like Wednesday through Friday.
Nate does everything. You ought to pick up the guitar. Like, you should have live music with Nate.
Do you play the piano too?
Harmonica, something.
I didn't get that part, but I'll leave that up to my son.
Okay.
The piano.
That's good. Does that piano work?
It does.
Like,
Yeah.
does he sit down and play?
He does. Yeah. If you're lucky and he doesn't know you're there, he will play for you. Beautiful.
Little shy.
Oh, that's so
cute.
sweet.
That is cute.
That's really sweet. So is the wine if you like sweet, and it's dry if you like dry too. So all you have to do is just go on Google and Google Woodland Estate. This will pop up. Then you get in touch with them. Make an arrangement to come out and just see the place. Even if you're planning a wedding a year or two from now, this is a moment to, gather some information and be with people that are going to be wonderful for the entire process, because that can be stressful.
What do people say when they come in? Like, I would love to look at their reaction. You probably saw
You
my
guys should
reaction.
set up a camera with all the reactions of what it is. That's what you should do.
It has really evolved. The reactions initially, there was a whole lot of, in the back of their mind, it was just like, these guys don't know what they're doing, naive, just really wondering if we're all there. But now everybody's coming in, and it's that, finally they can focus on the oh wow pieces, and they walk in and they're just kind of, taken back by what we wanted them to see from the beginning, but it was very distracting with everything else. So the reactions now are very nice. It was a long time waiting for those reactions.
Oh, I'm sure.
Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations. All right, Michael, I think we have to say goodbye. If you
We'll
want
say goodbye.
Yeah, if you want to watch us on valleyspotlight.com or follow our Facebook, we're almost like at 10,000 people, which we don't really we promote obviously what we do, but the people that are following our show all the time, thank you so much. It means the world to us, for sure.
Check this place out for sure. We talked a little about baseball. We talked a little about nachos. We talked a little about back pain. We kind of have it all together in
This is Ron's favorite retromercial yet.
Retromercial. Yeah. So have a good Sunday, everybody. Say
Cheers
goodbye.
to you guys.
Hi. Baseball players and other athletes know all about backaches. Sometimes we get nagging backaches from overexertion, the kind you may get from everyday stress and strain. And aren't backaches miserable, keeping you awake nights and all? Try Doan's pills. Doan's often bring relief from those nagging backaches and let you get a good night's sleep and wake up feeling great. Doan's pills. Try them for relief of nagging backache.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.